Hello ladies, gentlemen and those that don't identify themselves in that binary. I'm the Ski and welcome to my Pokémon Shield Nuzlocke. After beating up Bede, we head through the Glimwood Tangle. There's a lot going on here. You'll note this mushroom that we're passing is the one that we hit earlier to capture Mephisto. And now we're just walking through the forest trying to see what there is, and we come across a chef. Clearly foraging for mushrooms. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know why he's wearing his chef's outfit, but fair enough. Cook Derek, you do you. You want to make people know what your job is as you walk around, carrying a ladle. Fine. He's got a milkery, and we've got the rock out front. And you can see we've got Venoshock, which is super effective. So we start with that. And it does not quite half damage. And we get Dazzling Gleam in response, which doesn't do enough damage to worry us. So again, Venoshock. See if we can get the critical hit. In this case we don't, but that does mean that it's a 3-hit KO. The Milkery goes to Acid Armour, which, while Milkery's defense goes up, we're not so worried. With Venoshock going in, we should take it out very quickly. And there we are, the Milkery is taken out. I've always wondered, Milkery or Milcery, but I think Milkery because it looks like a milky Pokemon. So Bellerophon and the Rock level up. And we can move on to the next Pokemon after we've learned Toxic. Toxic is useful because while it kills any Pokemon in just 6 turns, it also doubles the power of Venoshock because it poisons the opposing Pokemon. Venoshock doing double damage to a Pokemon that has poison active. So next comes out Sinistea, another Galar Pokemon, in this case a Ghost type, that, you know, looks like an evil cup of tea, I suppose. So Knockoff did more than half damage, and Weak Armour means that Sinestea's defense goes down, but the speed goes up quite a bit. So Sinistea uses Astonish, which doesn't do much damage at all. So a second Knockoff should take it out. Obviously with the speed boost it's now faster, but doesn't do that much damage, so the Rock can take out this Sinistea no problems. The reason we're focusing on the Rock is that the Ballonlea gym is Fairy type and Poison is strong against Fairy, so we need the Rock to be as powerful as possible. Fine, Shiinotic turns up, and I haven't faced one of those before, so it looks like it's Grass type, so Pin Missile should do a fair bit of damage. You can see multiple attacks from Pin Missile. Does a fair amount, maybe a third, a little bit more. Well worth the attack. Shiinotic though has Giga Drain, which, you know, does a fair bit of damage. While not being effective, it does enough and heals back some from the Shiinotic. So, got all these moves available. Do we want to use them? And the answer is no. We can probably shift to another Pokemon that can do a bit more damage and hasn't taken any damage, because as you saw previously when we were going up to the gym at So On Side, we lost a couple of Pokemon. It's not worth that for us now. We need to have as full a roster as possible. So Mulder comes out. Mulder's not going to have any problem with Astonish even if it's super effective. So Struggle Bug goes in. Doesn't do much damage, but does reduce the special attack of Shiinotic. Astonish comes in. Again, very little damage. Even though it's super effective, it's not a problem. Struggle Bug again. Again, it's a bit dull to watch this fight, but you can see what we have to do in this Nuzlocke of putting in a Pokemon that might take a bit more damage, but not taking the damage that would knock it out. So again, Struggle Bug goes in. And it'll just need one more to take it out and win this battle with this Cook. Mulder's taken a little bit, like a third of its hit points. Not really a problem for us. So finally, all we have to do is stick in one more struggle bug and Cook Derek will be defeated. Pokemon faints and we can progress. Molder hits level 35, nothing special there, but useful for us. So after taking out Cook Derek, we just need to wander around the Glimwood Tangle, see there's some items around, and if we can pick those up, great, because we are now running quite low on items. There's an Oranguru here, so the rock's out front but has taken a bit of a pasting, so it's about time to shift to Rupert. Oranguru is a normal type Pokemon despite looking like it should be psychic, which means that Rupert with the fighting type move available is probably our best bet, and it will get Rupert up to level 38, which will be pretty good. So Oranguru psychs up, which copies stat changes. Thankfully we're not doing any, so the Oranguru essentially wasted a turn, and then Rupert can Hammer Arm, which does a pretty solid amount of damage. Rupert's speed goes down, but we were already pretty slow, so it doesn't matter so much. The Quash does nothing. Psych Up will actually reduce Oranguru's speed, so that's good for us really. But Rupert's Hammer Arm comes down, does almost enough damage to take out Oranguru, and one more attack just deals with it full stop. Bit of payback, just there we are. And while a level 36 Oranguru would be great for us, unfortunately we've already captured Mephisto in this area, so unfortunately it's not ours to take. Still, wandering around, you can see we want that Pokeball, so go for a wander. As we go around, hit mushrooms to get a bit more light in the situation, and yeah, we find it and discover that it is a bag of bright powder. Lowers opposing Pokemon's accuracy, so it might be useful later on. Take a jump down and try and go the other way. We've sort of explored this side of the map as much as we can. There's an item, 2 full heals, very useful. And decide to come down and round, see what there is. So first of all, what there is a big root. If we have any HP stealing moves on a Pokemon, it'll increase that, so it might be useful later on, but possibly not. And there's a TM here, Snore. Snore's useful, but not with the party we've got. It's an attack when you're asleep, so any sleeping type Pokemon with rest, Snore can be a useful thing to have on board. I picked up some Hyper Potions, so we were running low on healing items in general, so that's pretty good. And just took a moment and saw the rock had some pretty low health, so decided not to fight that woman for the moment, and just take a bit of time to think about it, go for a wander, and yeah, we can probably take her. Start with the rock and then switch out, probably, unless there's a really good matchup, just to get that extra XP from having been in the battle. So it starts with Indeedee. Indeedee is a new Psychic type Pokemon, so having this Poison type is a pretty bad idea. I mean, Pin Missile will do a bit of damage, but probably not enough. Knock Up as well. Again, pretty good, but not the best. Thankfully, Disarming Voice comes in. That's a Fairy type move, so it doesn't do too much damage. Doing Pin Missile was a tactical error, but doesn't appear to have done any major damage to us. 2 hits from Pin Missile does quite a bit to Indeedee, but extra damage on the rock might take it out, and we're going to need the rock. So go with Mephisto. Mephisto has 4 dark type moves, so it's the perfect Pokemon to take out something that's primarily psychic. Obviously Mephisto will take a bit of damage from any fairy type moves, like Disarming Voice, but will probably do enough damage back that it's worth the switch. In this case, we've got a few choices, so I went with Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch hits if they try to attack, so at the moment, play nice. Not the best thing for us to have, as it reduces Mephisto's attack, but Sucker Punch will still always hit before their attack. So the Sucker Punch takes out the Indeedee. and XP to be had for the two Pokemon we might want to move on with. Smokin levels up, which is good. And do we want to replace a move with Slam? Slam's fine, and it's better than Mean Look, so we'll replace Mean Look with Slam. And see what the next Pokemon to come out is, and it's an Indeedee. In this case, another male Indeedee. So, well, we could keep Mephisto in. Mephisto is pretty good, it's got some good Dark-type moves. We could use Rupert, who's normal and fighting. So I went there, mostly because Rupert has got a bit more XP available before he'll go up another level. And taking Disarming Voice, not too much of a problem. Super effective, but Rupert's got the hits to take it, and we can just respond with a nice powerful payback. And as payback's going to go second, the payback's going to be at double strength. So Rupert, still over half hits, is able to just throw a lot of damage straight back at the Indeedee, taking it out with that one hit. And with that, get a level up on the rock. Madame Judy here is defeated. And we're able to continue moving through the Tangle. Obviously we've taken quite a bit of damage at this point, so we need to work out what we're going to do. Bellerophon hitting level 38 means that it's now at the point where we can't level it up if we want to use it in the gym. Same with Rupert. So we bring in Stallone and Naruto to level them up and try and keep them vaguely on par with the party to reduce the amount of grinding we need to do, as grinding is, well, dangerous for us. We keep losing Pokemon doing that. Ran into a Morgrem, which it's level 38. We don't really have a Pokemon that can deal with it. Mulder, of course, being Psychic type, so any Dark type moves are going to do quite a bit of damage. So the only thing we can really do is run. Thankfully we got away safely. That could have been very bad for us, and I knew at that point that really moving forward was going to have to be a thoughtful process. Picked up Luminous Moss, boost special defense when hit with a water type attack. Interesting but not amazingly useful. And came up and found U-Turn, one of my favourite moves in all of Pokemon. It's a bug type move that's reasonably powerful, but allows you to damage and then switch out. So first thing to do, go and check out U-Turn. And Mulder can learn it, but it's not really a Mulder type move. Mulder's got a very specific role in the party, so we're not really going to use it for anything else. So we just need to move forward. Jumping down, you can see that we've sort of come round and we're nearly at the end of the Tangle, so move to Ballonlea. At this point I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and as always, have a lovely day.